Hey guys, it's Destiny with Women in Real Estate and West Coast Funding, and I'm here today with
Cassandra Altmann with the Altmann Ayala team at Big Block Realty.
And today, where are we at, Cassandra?
We're here in the Rose Garden at Balboa Park, one of my favorite spots in my hometown.
So gorgeous. How did you get your start in real estate?
Well, I actually was working in college admissions. I was an advisor, and a colleague of mine and I were kind of talking about what our next step was going to be. And she actually was the one that came up with the idea of getting our real estate license.
Oh.
And so we ended up taking our test together, studied together on our lunch breaks, and celebrated when we both actually got our real estate license. So that was our first step, kind of like the start of the journey.
Okay.
Before that, I was a recruiter in accounting and finance. So.
Okay, very cool. What college was that at?
I was at the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising here in San Diego.
That's very cool.
Yep,
Very
it's been a
cool.
while since I've had to say the whole thing. I was like, get it right.
That's awesome. Well, so Cassandra, how has your business changed with COVID? Obviously, that poses a huge hurdle for a lot of us, but how has your business changed? How have you adapted?
Well, I was really grateful that the California Association of Realtors had kind of lined out protocol to help us keep our clients and ourselves safe.
Absolutely.
I mean, ultimately our family is safe.
Yeah.
So really adhering to that and kind of adapting to that was really important for us. And you know, one of my big pipelines for lead generation or finding clients were open houses. So
Absolutely.
that has obviously changed since we are no longer able to do open houses. But that has also strengthened some other sides of relationship building that I was really realistically neglecting. So I think it's been a positive experience, or at least I'm taking the positive with it.
Definitely, you've had to pivot and adjust, and so I think
Yeah.
that's honestly the best thing, is to be a little bit more versatile. That's cool. So what does your day-to-day typically look like now?
You know, it actually is very similar to what it was before the
Okay.
quarantine, to be honest with you. I try to keep my routine as much as possible. I start my day I wake up about 5:15, 5:30 in the morning.
Wow.
I start with coffee and my morning pages, so I journal in the morning. I do my workout, and then after my workout, I clean up, and it's game time.
Yeah.
It's working until I call quit.
Okay, cool. Do you do a lot of cold calling, or?
We don't do a lot of cold calling, but I do follow up with people that I, kind of have they have irons in the fire, and they're
Okay.
either thinking about selling or buying, or I've met with at some point or another, and kind of just check in. I try to do it from more of especially right now, just to make sure that people are feeling safe and healthy, and if they have needs or questions, that they feel comfortable
Yeah.
actually continuing to ask those questions.
Okay, cool. So what kind of challenges have you faced as a woman in real estate?
Oh, so I'm fairly petite, like Destiny.
Yes. I'm in heels right now. You guys
Yeah,
can't
we both
see.
are, and we're laughing because we don't need to be. We're the same size. Because I'm petite, I think added another layer to it.
Okay.
And I started when I was in my early 20s, and I think a lot of people were not sure whether to take me seriously or not, just
A
because.
height disadvantage.
Well, to be fair, I mean, for a while there, I did look like a child. So, I did have that as kind of like a hurdle to overcome.
Yeah.
And I think that part of it was not realizing to just hunker down and be authentic to myself.
Yeah.
And as I got more comfortable with that, whether someone had that kind of opinion of me, it was quickly overcome.
Well, that's good. That's good. And the experience gives you confidence as well.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
So what would you say keeps you motivated and ambitious while working in real estate?
Well, like I said, I really love my routine, and kind of sticking to that helps me stay grounded.
Okay.
And making sure that I'm also taking care of myself and my family.
Okay.
That definitely helps, and also reminding myself that I'm doing this for a specific reason. This industry is, or at least being as a real estate agent, you're kind of taught that this is a sales role. And for me, I really want to shift that image, not just for myself, but for the industry entirely, into more of a service role. And really understand that we have an opportunity to help communities, whether it's like your individual clients, but also, you know, with how we give back with our time. We have flexible hours. We do have opportunities to kind of pay it forward to our communities and be involved in charitable giving. And that's really what motivates me to keep going.
Yeah, and you were just at a beach cleanup this morning.
I was. I'm so happy I didn't get sunburnt. Like I was like, you're gonna be on camera, girl. Put that sunscreen on. Yeah, we did a beach cleanup with NAREP San Diego, and NAREP La Jolla was there as well. And the organizer was Wild Coast. And so they do actually a lot more than just cleanups for our environment. So
that's fantastic that you're a part of those things. I think that's really important for other agents to kind of follow through with. So
yeah, I hope so. I hope so. I hope that continues to be more of a trend to kind of go towards that service route.
So what would you say to young women who are on the outside looking in? What advice would you give to them? Where should they start?
Well, here's the thing. Wherever you start, don't be afraid if you started or you start feeling like you started in the wrong place.
Okay.
I think that, I know we were talking a little bit about even like our discovery with what we studied in college.
Which is not related at all to what we ended up doing.
I think that still applies with a lot in your career. So, you know, a big question is like, okay, do I start in a team? Do I start as an individual? Do I go for a big name brokerage? Do I go for mom and pop? There's no, you know, cookie cutter answer to that. It's very specific to who you are and how you want to do your business, and you're not going to know that. You're not going to know how you want to do your business right away. So you are going to have to kind of go through things, trial and error, until you find a place and a way of working that feels like home. And that's still, even when you find that feeling, you're going to have to be adaptable because the industry changes, and essentially you're going to have to grow as a professional. So another actually piece of advice is not to be afraid to set your boundaries. I know that that's a little bit different as from where to start, but I think it's really important to not shy away from knowing when you're going to work and what you're going to sacrifice, because there's going to be sacrifices, but you don't have to sacrifice everything.
Definitely. Well, thank you so much, Cassandra, for sharing your experience.
You're
we
welcome.
are actually going to take a quick break and we'll be right back with our lightning rounds. Stay tuned.